Democrats were hoping the right-to-work bill would go to a referendum vote. That would mean Indiana voters could vote for or against it in the next election. But today, state representatives Bob Morris and Win Moses say the bill cannot go to a referendum vote. That's because it would not be constitutional. In the Indiana state constitution, it says we cannot have a statewide referendum on something that doesn't deal with the Constitution itself. Morris and Moses say having a statewide vote on right-to-work would violate the Constitution. Counties and cities, however, are allowed to have referendums on other topics. Morris says it's also the state representatives' jobs to make important decisions for Hoosiers.
Which there's 100 representatives in the state of Indiana, and the 40 Democrats that were elected, 36 chose not to show up to work today. So they are basically trying to take it to a referendum, and we cannot do that because it is unconstitutional.
We are presently in the process of trying to see if we can find something else, some other way to describe this referendum than the way we've done.
Now, there are several different statistics floating around on just how many Hoosiers are for and against right-to-work legislation. Governor Mitch Daniels has said in ads and to News Channel 15 that 2/3 of people in Indiana are for right-to-work. State Representative Bob Morris told me on the phone today Daniels is making calls to folks across the state to ask them about right-to-work. That's where he's getting his statistics from. But one professor at Ball State University is challenging the governor's stats. Professor Michael Hicks found in a study that 2/3 of Hoosiers are either against right to work or just don't understand it. Morris says he does agree with one of Hicks' findings that right to work would bring jobs to Indiana.
In campaigning and talking to my constituents, if I can bring one more job to the state of Indiana, that's my goal.
And you can learn more about Professor Hicks' study by going to Wayne.com and clicking on the story.